Hi folks, Job Comics here. We're way back into the Bronze Age of Marvel Comics. We're looking at the King Size Annual, which was always an exciting thing to see. This is Luke Cage Power Man, and this is the first one from 1976. It's got a great cover here, Luke doing his thing, and it's Earthshock. You'll notice that it's Dave Cockrum that's doing the art chores here, and you'll know his work from X-Men. Does have a certain element of that to it. So there we go. Now these giant size annuals were really exciting when they came out because they were double sized and they usually had a whole sort of self-contained story in it, and they were kind of square bound as well. Look at that for a splash page. And Chris Claremont was doing this. The interior art, Lee Elias and Dave Hunt. And it's good to see Claremont on this book because you know you're going to get a good solid adventure story here. I always thought Luke Cage was always underrated as a character, and this was Marvel in the 1970s, so they were doing that almost blaxploitation thing with their hero, the same way that it would have been reflected on the cinema screen of the time. However, I suppose in 1976 it was great that there was that kind of representation within the comic book realm, especially a big company like Marvel who are producing some really great stuff around about the Bronze Age. This kind of double-sized issue is just pretty much a sort of standard kind of Luke Cage story, but because Claremont's writing it, you're going to get an awful lot of wordy dialogue. You're going to get a bit of character development as well within here, and you're going to see a few different supporting characters along the way before you sort of get to the meat of the action, so to speak. And again, at the time, Luke Cage was, I'm not sure if this was Hero for Hire. I don't think he was Hero for Hire at this point. And good lord, he threw them out the plane. One of the things about Luke Cage, though, which was I always felt was just slightly unfortunate, was that kind of Superman thing, where he is quite invulnerable, and so how do you stop Luke from doing anything? So they should have developed a bit more weakness within that character. That's why they gave Superman kryptonite and stuff, so that the villains, there's Punisher and Spider-Man. So this is obviously a flashback to a previous story where they fought this guy. Who's this bozo? He just threw Luke out of a plane. So how does Luke get out of this? So yeah, the thing is, right, they throw Luke Cage out of an airplane, yeah, and we know that he's going to be okay. But you're also thinking, well, it's Luke Cage. I think if he hit the deck, he'd be fine. And we're getting towards the end of this, and you'll notice that it's just one epic story. It's like a season finale. If comic books were TV shows, this would have been a kind of season finale. So you get this epic battle, you get a great plot, you get longer, more bang for your bucks. Yeah, we get Luke up against the bad guy. You get Claremont writing it, and then earthquake. There we go. Who falls like that? And then, we get a bit of an escape and a big James Bond finale, and we get a wrap up. Yeah. So there you go. A classic Marvel king size annual from 1976. Isn't it absolutely gorgeous? Just look at that cover. It's just fantastic. I love it. You pick this up really cheap as well. Don't let go. So yeah, have a look for these on eBay, any of these king size annuals, and some of them are actually quite valuable because they have key appearances in them, but not that that matters, but you never know. Right, there you go, that's Luke. Thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing, see you all in the next one.